Well, the New York Knicks have been on an 8-0 run since Avery Johnson came up with a basket. San Antonio, however, was on an 8-3 run without David Robinson to take its first lead, but then, of course, New York came right back. John Stark's back into the lineup for the Knicks. David Robinson is checked back in for the San Antonio Spurs. 44th meeting between these two teams. San Antonio, believe it or not, leads the series 23-20. Ellis now 1 of 23 from the three-point arc the last 9 games. This is a man that Ernie mentioned at the top of the show is the NBA's leader in all-time three-pointers made. Michael Adams second, Danny Ainge creeping up in that category. Smith and Ewing going at it. Ewing, great look inside to Anthony Mason.
See, the sad thing about that is if you're a Spurs fan, is that there are 2 white shirts down in there, and that pass just went right by everyone.
Johnson, baseline jumper, and Avery Johnson continues to be the hot hand. He has 11 points for the Spurs.
See, but see how fast the Knicks are getting the ball up the floor, right back into half-court position.
Mason doesn't get the spin. Robinson kicks it out to Starks. Mason, an off-balance shot, and Dale Ellis probably with the loose ball foul.
And they're shooting. That's what hurts right here. You had inside position and outside. You had them sandwiched. What happens? You get the foul, and now they're on the foul line. Now keep an eye right here in the middle of your screen. This is Ewing working hard. Now once this pass goes in, Ewing is going to make a drop-down pass versus the double team. See right there, they held Sean Elliott. You can see Sean Elliott was held, and he could not help out. Now, right there, they catch Ellis pushing off. You know what I'm always amazed at? How these 250-pound guys get pushed 6 feet by guys with one hand.
I know. Good point. Oakley now 7 points, 9 rebounds, and we've got a technical foul on John Lucas, who cannot believe it.
Well, the thing that you do not want to do right now is give the Knicks too many easy opportunities. Right now, you make this, the Knicks make this, and it's going to put them up 8. You're looking at yourself right now, you're struggling, you only have 37 points. Now, I know you're fighting for your team right now, but that was an obvious foul.
Right. Now we'll go back to the foul shot with Charles Oakley. I like what Patrick Ewing said about Charles Oakley. He said, you trade Oakley, you trade me. He is my banger. And he takes a lot of pressure off Patrick Ewing by just keeping bodies off Big Patrick's back.
Well, I thought that Pat Riley made a good statement about him last week, and that is that, you know, he's a rock-solid type of player, a main cornerstone of what we're putting together in New York City.
And one of the wildest dressers in the NBA. I thought Kevin Willis of the Hawks wore some strange stuff. Hope he's got him beat. Robinson, big high archer. Larry Smith and Patrick Ewing get tied up.
Excellent call. Excellent call. Larry Smith tied up Ewing that time, and he held him down. Now, you know, Larry Smith is working very, very hard. He's down inside. He was in a match 2 shirts versus a white shirt, and the only way that he was going to get that position was to foul Ewing and not let him get up.
Jimmy, let's talk a minute here about San Antonio. The Spurs, they tied the game up at 35. They're struggling now. They're starting to get a little more aggressive. It's causing some fouls. How important is it for John Lucas to settle down his troops at this point and say, hey, let's just get back to what got us to 35 all?
We said this in the opening and 2 times during the first quarter and once in the second quarter. You cannot lose your concentration when you play the Knicks. They are going to manhandle you on the boards because they have 3 big bodies and they keep rotating people. They even have Herb Williams, who could play with most teams in this league. It hasn't even been in the game yet. So they have bully type of guys up front, and they break down your concentration, and if they can keep you taking jump shots, you're playing their game.
New York on a 15-2 run since San Antonio took the lead.
You stop long leads by getting on the foul line, and the only way you do that is getting down inside the paint.
Robinson from the right box. Johnson, shot clock at 3. Elliott. Try it again. Bank's not open. Carr banging inside is hammered. And he and Oakley, and we've got a technical foul. That is a pretty decent call there by Bob Delaney.
A hard foul. It was a hard foul.
Bob Delaney, a former state trooper, jumped right in, crossed the tee, and Antoine Carr. So what we have here is a foul call, I believe, on Charles Oakley.
See, this is what we just got finished talking about, losing your concentration. You know, you just went down inside, and you get an opportunity. Now you get your break because they missed the foul shot. You get an opportunity to shoot 2 foul shots. You do not need a technical foul on top of that, mainly because you know this is the way the game is going to be played. Now, keep an eye on this. Now, there's the first miss. You're going to see the miss go up. Now, here come. This is where the Knicks are tough. You get the ball, you make a strong move, and you get fouled. Well, that's, you just got hit on the arm. I mean, you didn't get hit and get taken to the floor, so the referee comes right in and says, you know what? We're not going to have 10 technicals here tonight. We're going to stop this stuff right now.
Hats off to Bob Delaney for jumping in and stopping anything before it gets started.
It wasn't even a hard foul.
No.
It was not even a hard foul.
If you get fouled by Charles Oakley, I have a feeling you're probably going to feel it. Could you imagine if the Knicks would have kept X-Man plus Oakley plus signing Rick Mahorn?
Yeah, but then they never would have gone out and picked up Charles Smith or Doc Rivers.
Ewing continues to light it up after playing only about 2 minutes of the first quarter. He has 11.
This is beautiful defense by the Knicks. They score, they get back. The big fella could be doing this all along because Ewing does not want to pick up another foul.
Ewing playing with 2 personal fouls. David Robinson playing with 2. 2:35 left in the half. Crowd chanting defense. The bug loose on a run. Here he comes. Elliott.
The building needed that one.
That's exactly right, and it is down to an 8-point advantage. Pat Riley wants to talk about it.
We'd like to show you a fast break conversion, but where a coach loves his transition defense. Now just watch this as they get over half court. Now once, match up. They match up on the ball. Match up here. And keep an eye on Patrick Ewing as he keeps coming. Now just watch this now. Now sure, anytime that you're a good defensive team and they make a jump shot in transition, they scored against the coaching staff. See, that's what you tell your guys because you want them to keep hustling. And Pat Riley, what did they work on today at the shoot-around? All he worked on was transition defense, getting to the open men, and then no second shots.
Calls it great effort games, and every day they say they drill on team defense.
That's what it's all about.
Robinson on Ewing, 3 seconds call. Now Patrick Ewing had the heel of the big shoes in the paint. That brings Charles Smith off the board for the Knicks. 2:08 left to play in the half. Knicks lead it by 8. They've led by as many as 10. San Antonio's had only 1 lead. That's a 35-33.
Now they're not allowing Smith to come in a game because he was not at the table at the time of the violation.
So he takes a knee in front of the scorer's table.
2 minutes left.
Ellis hasn't gotten very many good looks tonight. Robinson up in the air, doesn't get it to drop, but he does draw the whistle.
That's what we try to keep bringing out. Keep going down in there. The Admiral will have a field day. This basketball team is a great basketball team in San Antonio when David Robinson is doing his thing. And I don't mean just scoring a lot of points. By that we mean he's active defensively in the shot blocking. When he's doing that, then everyone else is in tune.
Robinson struggling from the line.
They were all struggling from the line. They keep missing the second end of the one-on-one. 7 for 14. They missed 7 foul shots.
Trailing by 7. Looking at 1.5 left to play in the half. Robinson, his second rejection, but it ends up in a Glenn Rivers jump shot. Rivers now with 9. Elliott finds a little bit of daylight, throws it to me.
They appreciate that defense.
Oh.
He went right by his man, and all of a sudden you look up, you think you're coming out from behind the basket, and you are blocked off by a wall of blue shirts.
Larry Smith back into the lineup. Sean Elliott will sit down, so now they're going very, very big for San Antonio. Smith, Robinson, and Carr up front. Ellis and Johnson in the backcourt.
High screen and roll.
Starks ducks underneath. Ellis lets it fly. Robinson tears it down. David Robinson only his 3rd rebound.
Nice anticipation that time by Patrick Ewing. Because his man was the outlet, he realized he did not have to go all the way back and challenge the passing lane.
Sean Elliott for Larry Smith.
Well, Elliott comes back into the lineup, provides some offense. Larry Smith will sit down. A lot of players with 2 fouls, nobody with 3 so far except for Lloyd Daniels in San Antonio.
Well, in this game, the 2 big scorers for San Antonio, Elliott with the ball right now, and Ellis have not been able to get it going.
Boy, Anthony Mason just
again.
cut off the baseline. Excellent defense by the blue jerseys. Robinson giving him a lot of room. Carr now guarding Patrick Ewing, who wants the ball and has it. The big step, the high.
Wow.
What a shot.
Wow. Oh,
My goodness.
what a major step. It would be love to go out there and measure the distance of that step.
5 for 7 from the floor for Patrick Ewing. He has 13 points, all coming in this quarter.
Now you must hustle back because the Knicks will have 4 seconds difference here.
Elliott, the big step, rejected by Patrick Ewing. And the Knicks have a chance for one final shot.
Plenty of time.
Starks got it at the buzzer. Starks hitting the 2 at the buzzer, and the Knicks have a 13-point advantage at halftime.
The Knicks deserve what they have here right now, this major advantage. They're working so hard defensively. Now just watch this. Here you have your rejection. As this ball goes out, all right, then they hustle and they get it up. Where are the white shirts? You must know where John Starks is any time that they are in transition, because he will kill you with the potential of the 3.
Okay, here we go.
3 rebounds in that first half.
But he's helping out, you know, with the shot blocking. Now remember, Ewing 13 points in 14 minutes because he was in early foul trouble. Now this is just a great move. This is something which he's added over the last couple of years. There's just a terrific move and a big key shot.
And David Robinson.
At the other end, we just want to show you that it can be done. And anytime that the Admiral makes up his mind that he's going to make a strong move, he has been able to score. He had an excellent first half from a shooting standpoint, 5 for 8.
And the numbers, rebounds, all New York, second chance points, the Knicks on top.
Difference in the game. You add that to the fact that the Spurs have missed 7 foul shots, and you can see why they're down.
Here's an example of some of that rebounding.
This has been tough because of Oakley. Charles Oakley has 5 offensive rebounds, and he's just dominating Dale Ellis when they play that small lineup with Ellis trying to guard him. Now Mason came off the bench and really gave them a good shot in the arm with 8 points. Now we're going to show you what we mean by taking it away. We're going to stop right there. Now here's one Knick. Here's another Knick. And here comes Ewing down inside. This forces Elliott, no shot. He must force the pass. They end up with a turnover. You got to give them their due. They work hard.